back. I hope you're ready to get moving because Brent is here with a 5-minute workout to squeeze in between those Zoom calls and helping the kids with their schoolwork. Hey, B, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Well, that was a bit of a lie.
You ready for it?
I'm ready to watch you do it.
Okay. Okay, you know what? It's not going to be that difficult. I mean, the whole purpose of this 5-minute routine is really to get the body moving, get circulation to those muscles that have been kind of shut off while we're on these Zoom call after Zoom call and, you know, online schooling for our kids. You know, we've all experienced this. A lot more sitting than we've usually done, most likely. So we want to get up and get moving. That's the most important thing. So this routine is basically 4 movements that everybody can do. All you need is a chair and your own body. And the idea is you do 30 seconds per exercise, take 15 seconds just to rest, breathe, and then go into the next exercise, and you do the whole thing 2 times, so 2 rounds.
Before you get into it, let's just talk in general. There are some tips that people need to remember. If you're sitting in front of your laptop, how often should you be getting up?
Honestly, if you can get up every 20 minutes or so, 20 to 25 minutes, even just to get up and stretch, you know, put your arms over your head, just to get in this upright position. Because what happens when we're sitting, you know, all these flexors, your internal rotators, they get angry. They get shortened and they get angry and fired up. So we need to actually do the opposite, train the back of your body. You know, as I always say, train your backside, right? Get the posterior chain active, get everything stretched out in the front, and it can do wonders for your overall health as well.
Show us the little circuit we have going on that we can sort of squeeze in. And, you know, I might try and follow a few of them right now, but I'm wearing heels. Go ahead. What's the first exercise?
So the first one, we're going to get a stretch through your lats, your triceps, also your calves, okay? So we're going to go into most of us know a downward dog position in yoga. So you start on a hand plank, okay, and then you're going to hinge back, get those heels going to the ground, feel that stretch through the calves, hold for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to swing that left leg right underneath the body and lower your body weight going into the pigeon stretch, which is going to get your glutes, okay? So we all get tight hips from sitting as well. Come back up again, big exhale as you reach back, hold for 2 to 5 seconds, and then slide that right leg underneath, same thing. Drop yourself down.
What's the next movement in the circuit,
Absolutely.
B?
All right, next movement, we're going to use the chair. So a couple of things here. The first one, we're going to get the core active. So it's always really important to get the core active. So your obliques, your low back, your abdominal wall. We're going to get into a hand plank position on the chair. So again, stack the joints, shoulder is above the wrist. And then from there, you should see that straight line from my shoulder to my hip to my knee to my ankle. Okay, so that's your position. And then for your hip position, you want to get into what's called a posterior pelvic tilt. So pubic bone to belly button, okay? Draw that belly button to the spine. Hold that position, clench the abs, bring one knee to the chair, and then slide it across underneath your body. So it's in and across. So I'm inhaling here, I'm exhaling as I push that leg through. But my positioning always remains the same throughout. You'll feel that through your core. Again, 30 seconds of that. Nice, slow, and controlled. There's no need to go fast at all.
Okay, and your next movement, B?
All right, next movement is to drive circulation to the angry hip flexors, but also stretch them out, okay? So when you drive circulation to a muscle, it becomes more pliable, and that's the whole purpose of this. Depends on the height of your chair and on your mobility. I'm going to flip this around because my flexibility is not too bad. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to come around the chair with my leg, and I'm going to step back into a lunge and reach up. So I'm stretching that hip flexor, reaching up and over, and just repeat. Get your stability if you need to. Up and back and around. So if you need to tap down, or you don't want to catch your foot on there, if you need to tap down before you go back, that's fine as well. The whole idea is just activation and then stretching. So try to hold that back position for about 3 seconds or so before you go into the next round. So you do 15 seconds per leg. You probably get maybe 3 to 4 reps each side. And then take your 15-second break and on to the next one.
You make that look so easy. Okay, and the last exercise in the circuit is?
The last exercise in the circuit, as we talked about, training your backside, really important. So a couple of ways you can do this. You can use the chair just to hold on to. Or you can get one knee on the chair if it's stable and comfortable. The idea here is I want to have my hips in line with the back of the chair, okay? I don't want to be slouching at all. We're going to engage your glute medius, which is a powerful hip stabilizer. From this position, my foot's off the ground, and I'm going to keep my core tight, and I'm going to raise that leg about 45 degrees behind me. It's not a large range of motion, by the way. I'm not coming too far out, because if I do, my hips start to move and my body starts to move. So we don't want any of that happening. We want to be right here, contract, keep those hips stable, and just raise that leg. You'll feel it immediately on the first couple reps.
Yeah.
All right, so again, 15 seconds per side on that. And you'll feel the difference when you stand up. You'll feel that the circulation has been driven to that posterior chain, which is really important when we're doing all that sitting.
Really good. That's really sort of approachable. Everybody can do those exercises. We all have a chair at home because we're spending most of the day sitting on it. So thank you so much.